bring us up to about 3/4 of an inch of rain starting Christmas Day. So if you are on the fence of what to get your friend or loved one for Christmas, how about rain boots or an umbrella? It'll be perfect and timely.
Great ideas for people who haven't done any of their shopping yet.
Jonathan, this is for you. This PSA is for you.
Only me, not others who are out there as well.
No, I was looking right at you.
I know.
That was like direct eye contact.
That was a direct eye contact for you.
Man,
no pressure.
Way to blow up my spot here on a Sunday night.
That's what you got. You got time. You got plenty of time.
But the kid, like I said, the kid is taken care of. So I feel like that's the most important one.
But what about your favorite coworkers?
Oh, you guys already have presents.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, you already got us something?
Yeah.
Oh, then that's what matters.
Yeah,
we're good.
You're good. All right. That does it for KRON-4 News at 9 o'clock.
We'll see you for our primetime coverage coming up on KRON-4 News at 10. It will start right after the break. We'll see you on KRON-4 News at 10 next.
In this unprecedented year, 14 billion meals are needed to help our neighbors experiencing food insecurity. Join us live from Las Vegas and coast to coast as we say goodbye to 2020 and transform New Year's Eve into a celebration of giving and serving. Visit tacklehunger.org to donate to a local food charity and start 2021 by helping those in need. New Year's Eve starting at 9 p.m. KRON-4 is proud to support the Super Bowl of Caring.
Our purpose has always been to crush the virus, to put money in the pockets of the American people, which we do in this legislation.
Now, while this bill is far from perfect, nor is it the bill that we would pass if Democrats had a majority in the Senate, it is a strong shot in the arm to help American families weather the storm.
Now, on KRON-4 News at 10 o'clock, Congress has finally given the green light to another COVID stimulus bill after months of negotiation. We'll let you know when the checks could finally start flowing to desperately needed Americans.
And I'm Dan Thorne live at UCSF, where they are awaiting the arrival of the new Moderna vaccine. The CDC recommending its use today, a new tool in the fight against the coronavirus.
And with it just a few days before Christmas, travelers are having to adjust their plans because of San Francisco's new quarantine rule. We'll talk to travelers about how they made the decision to fly anyway.
From the Bay Area's local news station, we begin now with breaking news.
Those stories and more coming your way in just a few moments, but first, KRON-4 News at 10 o'clock starts this Sunday night with breaking news. Governor Gavin Newsom once again in quarantine after one of his staffers tests positive for the virus.
This information came out in the last 30 minutes or so we're still gathering new details, but what we do know right now is that the governor has since tested negative, but will still isolate for the next 10 days, and then he and the rest of his staff that could have been exposed will test again in the coming days to make sure that those tests continue to stay negative. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us here on KRON-4 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Justine Waldman.
I'm Jonathan McCall. We will get to the very latest on the stimulus deal in just a moment, but first, we start with our very latest on the ongoing COVID-19 coverage. Trucks now rolling out carrying the Moderna vaccine headed to areas all across America. The FDA giving the green light to the emergency use of the vaccine on Friday, and the CDC director is expected to sign off on the panel's recommendation sometime soon.
Now, this is coming as California is reporting a record number of people in the hospital. Close to 18,000 COVID-19 patients are currently in the hospital across the state.
That is the most since the start of the pandemic, and it comes as the Golden State is quickly running out of ICU beds. Tonight, hospitals in the Southern California and San Joaquin Valley regions, well, they are completely out of ICU beds tonight.
Here in the Bay Area, a little more than 12% of ICU beds are available. You can see the Bay Area numbers right there at the top of the wall here behind us. More than 98% of the state's population is still under a stay-at-home order. The Bay Area is eligible to exit that stay-at-home order on January 8th. That is if ICU bed capacity improves.
And that is definitely a big if. Meanwhile, tonight, Bay Area hospitals and counties now getting ready for the arrival of the COVID-19 Moderna vaccine. Those much-needed shots expected to be given on Monday.
KRON 4's Dan Thorne is live for us now. He's been following the story and has the very latest on when those shots are going to be arriving in the Bay Area. Good evening, Dan.
Good evening, Jonathan and Justine. Yeah, doctors are expecting that distribution at some point this week. This is definitely exciting news, especially as COVID-19 cases continue to rise in the Bay Area. The ICU capacities obviously have been a problem. The CDC today, however, recommending that people that are 75 years or older and frontline essential workers should be next in line to get this next dosage of the vaccine. Local health experts telling us tonight that this is another big step in the right direction. A second